Or maybe over here. I'm off to have some fun! It's free time now, so you should relax too.
Let's take a closer look.
I thought I felt a draft just now. Peeking? You could have just asked. There's nothing embarrassing about... Here, look, I'm reading this. Antiques Appraisal. How to make a fortune. You didn't know? After all this, I've spent a lot of time pondering how a... That's the perk of growing up in a big city. Oops, I talk too much.
Month of cultivation, curtain fall hour. Oh, but then again, are there even any spots left to fish in Emporius these days? You scared me! Bursting into someone's world like that. Well, no more jokes. There's nothing here. I'll go.
Something's odd about Mem. What are they flipping through?
Oh, these card ruler. But the interpretation... What a coincidence! We meet, but you must be busy.
So suspicious. Not like their usual self.
You sure are persistent. All right. I'm totally helpless against...
What are you guys chatting about?
Why are you here too?
Sorry, seeing you two chasing each other around. I suddenly found my book not that appealing, and I never thought Mem would be into...
I wanted to set up a surprise. Master it in secret, but getting caught halfway through, it's only natural I'd feel shy.
A surprise, huh? Someone else used to tell me the same. She was really good at stargazing and divination.
And you must be pretty familiar with all sorts of divination techniques with a friend like that.
No, I know nothing about it. I've never really believed in using cards or bones to predict the future. If the good omens foretold by divination were true, my hometown, Heidi's, don't forget, we've got Lady Treenan.
To me, divination could be a power that guides our spirits. Fate always casts a shadow in front of us, clouding our view of the future. That's why people turn to divination. After all, the first chapter of the divination compendium
Strange. That person I knew, maybe it was her tone. Right, I still carry a card she once used.
Oh, wow! It's... Oh, now that you mention it...
Speaking of which, partner, there's something I haven't shared with you all. Remember? Who's there? You are...
folks are up to no good.
Black clothing. Are they cleaner?
To direct... Your friend seems quite interested in us. Perhaps you could... We can't let our esteemed guests pass...
During the Chrysos War, to combat their task was to erase anyone.
This historical perspective seems... Could you disclose the name of the author behind this popular legend?
You should have stayed buried in the dust of it. Not one citizen would cast their vote for you.
What does it matter? People have become too accustomed to peace. And they...
Complete nonsense.
Enjoy dealing with people as you've probably figured out.
Keep your cool, partner. They've come out of the shadows, which suggests they have something up their sleeves. All right, let's hear it. What are you hiding? My shoulders might be sore, and my sword a tad dull.
How's it going, Cinny? It's a bit small, but
Thank you, Lady Treby. Do you like it here too?
it's so bright.
Lady Treby makes a good point.
Right.
Even Lady Treby.
We just haven't prepared. Now we remember. With Celiosi, the Day Thunder Knight striking down the Eye of Twilight, the thereafter, the Skyfolk gradually declined. Finally, those descended from the historical records.
Oh, I forgot. For Lady Treby, Little Ika, that day will come. I believe it. Lord Crediros?
Miss Hyacinth and Lady Treby, good to see you're doing all right. I heard from the citizens you were nearby and kicked...
Doing all right. What's...
There's been another violent incident at the market.
How can this be?
That was true in the past, but these days,
Aggie.
in my opinion,
The Citizens' Assembly just wrapped up.
the Chrysos heirs won by only one vote.
Trouble. Miss Hyacinth. Trouble. Clementine. Take a breath. Please. Something terrible has happened at Marmo...
What is it, Doctor? Calm yourself and talk us through.
Lady Aglaya. It's Lady Aglaya who's in...
I still remember. Its purpose was to Rules were set then. No one was allowed to enter, apart from guests invited by the Goldweaver. But, I guess, you're no longer pretending to follow the rules, are you, Lady Kindness?
You ageless witch, hiding behind a divine facade to deceive mortals.
Kind? There's no need to use such a word to cover up your... incompetence. Anaxagoras humiliated all of you before the citizens. If you still had any shred of
Demigod, why not gape? These days you're not only blind, but also deaf. The cleaners were born for this moment, when all orders, rules, and laws fail to restrain you.
If you're in such a hurry...
Going toe-to-toe with a demigod? We're not that foolish. The dagger isn't at your throat, but...
Your gravest accusation is that my humanity is fading. And you claim my concern for mortal joys and sorrows is nothing but a facade. If that accusation holds, What makes you think the lives of these civilians will sway me in the slightest?
Fine. I'll gladly use a few more words to shatter them. Like I said, you're not only blind, but deaf too. You failed to notice the thefts we arranged at humanity? Fading? Aglaya, why not use your precious golden thread to peer into my thoughts? See if the gift we've so made.
In this moment, I only regret not being more ruthless.
You finally figured it out.
I want you to have this knucklebone.
That girl who can't speak or hear. What if she accidentally lost her eyes? You know better than anyone what it feels like to lose your sight. Imagine if 1,000 years ago you, already blind, had also lost your voice and hearing in your youth. Would you still have become the... Look at those broken, pleading eyes. How disappointing. We overestimate. If this plan fails, we still have dozens of splendid parting gifts.
I thought I could buy some more time. In these 1,000 years, I've witnessed the fall of 10 titans. From my naive arrogance at the beginning to slowly. Now, it's time to let go. I should be grateful. Grateful that I've reached this moment. To let my departure become a path for others to follow. Have I done enough? If I embrace that prophecy now, and sink into the warmth of these waters, will the wandering wind stop to mourn me, Cyphra?
As we...
Little thief! What have you brought? Let me see.
Here, take a look.
Such exquisite luster.
Wait, you've seen one before.
It's just an old memory. My family estate.
Wow, a daughtery bit.
Mind your map. Tell me, Cyphra, where did you come from?
I won them fair and Speak up, seamstress.
Strange. But my golden thread doesn't
That's because I'm not lying.
Is that so?
Come on.
How can I trust a word you...
Dealing with you, Rich.
Hold on. Your treasure? That said... Look. Oh. These golden boots are the gold legend has it that Zagreus put them on, Cyphra. What's wrong?
Do you have a smoke?
Well, I suppose you'll have...
Do you have to interrupt me in the middle of my story? Fake.
Those boots definitely don't. You're Amphorius' most cunning liar. And even you...
Watch your mouth, or I'll feed you to the... Weren't you curious how I got tangled up with...
I didn't expect, but, boss lady, there's a chance...
You're defending her.
No. I just think the story's so moving.
Good thing you've...
Enough chit-chat. Let me take a good sniff of this air. This air, it's
filled with the scent of treasure everywhere. Thanks to Castorus and Greytime for treasure hunting.
Well, I have a suggestion.
Listen closely.
Do you hear that? The gnawfish in the River of Souls are growling with hunger.
80-20 it is! Ouchin!
Anyway, what's with all this water? It's
Ooh, the mighty...
You wouldn't understand. Why don't we have a race?
What's got you so worked up?
Can't take getting wet. What's so hard to understand now? Hurry up and figure out a way across.
Don't rush.
No, I'll play along.
Tell me, how did you hunt for treasure when I wasn't around, boss lady?
Trying to trick me into saying something.
Not a chance.
Ooh.
Was this device designed by...
Don't underestimate me, boss. Mission accomplished.
Not bad, but just a warning.
Don't worry, trust me. For this.
This feels truly magical. When did you pick up this trick?
Self-taught.
We're here. Can we turn off this spotlight now? It's really blinding.
No problem. Just use the device.
The scent of gold coins.
Gems and fine leather. It's so refreshing.
Yes.
What are you waiting for?
Roger that. Watch me.
Wow!
That's a Wow. A map. As expected for a realm of Fagusa's disciples.
This entire chest is filled with ornaments made from ocean's tears.
Thanks for the gift, boss. Look at the clarity of this purple crystal. It matches my... Let me try this on. Where is...
How long have we known each other? I can't believe you still fall.
This is... How could I have forgotten? I'll believe it is true, and a lie becomes reality.
The demigod of trickery's divine gift. Far more practical than any golden thread.
All right, enough fooling around. Here's the real thing.
Cipher rules! I've already pinpointed the next trove of treasure! Starting navigation. Boss lady, we're set to make a fortune this time! Got any plans on how to spend it?
Of course. Spend nothing. Have you forgotten my silly prophecy?
I remember. Whoa! Isn't that like...
Uh-huh.
Here we go round the River of Souls.
There's a big guy.
Look at its face. Oh my, how...
Yeah. So ugly. Ugly enough to make even me a little imp without a doubt.
If that ugly brute messes up my face,
Indeed, that would be heartbreaking.
So, how about you take the front?
Right. Fleeing fits a rogue nature. Huh?
Let's try it this other way. We can do it! No dirty Oh!
Root here.
Receive divinity.
It's on me. The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all! Watch your head! No dirty You can do it! Trust me. We can do anything!
Please cherish this time as you wish.
Bloom. Repay. Eternal sleep. The dead return!
Embrace a new life. May death protect us! Such an ugly and used.
Hey, Bartolos.
Here! Squeak!
Look at you, all shaken up.
Should be safe here now.
Aye, aye, Boss Lady Cypher.
It doesn't smell like anything valuable this time. Huh.
Ooh, this looks tragic. Do you think they made it to Akuma?
Probably not. I've never seen her. At least, I'm still left for Dolos. Guess this... It does seem...
Yeah, the world just is... Speaking of the world-bearing titan, Cypher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kepali's Bracelet Corps?
Huh. Did I?
Yeah, you definitely told me, and I remember it clearly. Maybe it's been so long your memory's gotten a little fuzzy.
Oh, right. I did tell you. It wasn't a big deal. I just snuck in with a bunch of mumbling priests and watched them do their spooky rituals around some glowing rock. Honestly, I was only interested in the wallets of the old grandpas on the council back then. Don't remember much?
Oh,
Who asked you to picture that? Besides.
right.
How ridiculous. Where did this roadblock come from? Ugh, this is so annoying.
Oh dear, we're stuck here. But should we call on that big noise?
Never thought that thing would actually come in handy.
Leave it to me, boss. I don't need a controller. After all, yeah. Hand of Zagreus. Looks like...
Not bad.
Let's go!
Hey, slow down.
What?
You know, that question.
Forgive me.
Oh. Is that... Maybe you're right.
Treasure, let's go!
Twinkle, twinkle in my chest, how this core flame is the best. This scent.
Incredible indeed!
Do I need to give instructions here?
What?
Oh. Isn't this a golden scapegoat?
Oh, isn't there a myth?
Sheep, humans, whatever. All I know is unlocking this gets us.
Puzzles and tricks are right up my alley. Told you, nothing can stop me. Cypher, it's your turn now.
Stop! Stay there, and don't turn around.
Huh? What do you mean?
I told you, don't move.
My poor old back. What are you doing?
Shh, quiet. Don't say anything. That seamstress.
What? Boss, do you mean?
Stay put and keep quiet. I'll handle her. Whoa, whoa. seamstress. Getting sneaky, aren't we? Did you think I wouldn't notice your little spies lurking around me?
As time passes, I find myself leaning more and more with only the power of this little nymph. Naturally, I couldn't slip past your sharp eyes, Cyphera.
Even if you could fully control Bartolo, you've gone to such lengths to spy on my every move. What exactly are you after? I've told you before, you don't need me to succeed. I already made an exception and got involved with Castorus and Grey Mystery. Asking for more now. Isn't that pushing your luck?
I've plotted and schemed my whole life. But I never could have predicted our relationship would end up like... I've spent centuries trying to figure out where I went wrong, replaying every moment over and over. But you've never given me a chance to explain myself.
Don't.
1,000 years ago, out of foolishness, I let my silence.
My silence.
So this time, I must say this to you, even if it's all in vain. I need you, Cyphera. The Chrysos Heir's mission needs you. The finale I've delayed for far too long. It's finally here. Whatever resentment you still hold against me will fade once I'm gone. Please, come back to Akama. I'm begging you. Without you, they don't stand a chance.
I'll think about it, seamstress. But stop watching me.
Don't worry. As much as I'd love to hear your voice again, to see your face, it seems that chance will never come. Goodbye, Cyphera.
Goodbye, Aglaya.
What a shame.
Turns out, everything in those relics were once priceless.
Aww, hearing that from you. Wait, why am I getting all... Oh!
If you see her, let her...
Could it have been back?
Do you remember now? Looks like you don't need me to jog your memory. She must have slipped. Don't underestimate that bug. It's every bit as dangerous as the seamstress's golden thread. Let your guard down for even a second, and it might take...
Whoa, that's like some brainwashing boss. How did you realize something?
Actually, it gave its...
Speaking of the world...
We've been partners in crime for a... Absolutely.
But, boss lady...
And as far as I know, the embodiment of trickery. Just isn't that right? Zagreus. After all, I'm the only... If you want to keep that lie from falling apart.
Even if it weren't for saving my...
You may have been reduced to this...
Life's been pretty great lately.
Honestly, I've been thinking. Maybe a trip back now wouldn't be too bad.
You're back again, Cyphera.
I need clothes. Anything. Just throw me something. I will pay back the amount I owe.
You're bleeding.
Yes. What about it? So what if I'm one of those Chrysos Heirs they talk about? Those infinitely
Cyphera.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint. Who knew that group of amazing people would include me?
Popper. Stop it, Cyphera. I'll give you clothes. Warm you up and stay here. Stay in my workshop until you're healed.
Aren't you going to ask me?
Right. I don't need to ask. Stay here. You won't have...
Aren't you worried?
I wouldn't have invited you if I were worried about those things.
You're weird. See, I've tried not to become a liar. What makes you think I won't?
Because I can feel it. That's why you keep coming by, but... After taking over Nestia's divine authority, Cypher, you're an...
You've got a way of talking that's all right. Let's make it a deal.
Fresh. From what I know, these stories are true. Objectively, the rise of the even in these crumbling end time, to ask the vested interests to abandon their stated.
There you are, Lord Donghung. We couldn't reach you on the teleslate, so the Holy City Guard almost assumed you two had met some terrible fate. You pests crawling in the shadows, back off. You played your hand. Run, stay away from Akama forever, because Aglaya is dead. And in the...
Looks like...
She? Are you talking...
well, she...
Misinterpreting Mercy? They're still alive. With proper care, but I must warn you. I haven't... If you feel as lucky as they are, try me.
Fainan is...
Get out of here.
I've said it more than once, Lord. We came only to ensure you were... While you were unaware, we already accomplished our mission. To buy... So, Lord Fainan.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Anyone who uses... Probably a desperate gamble. I guess the opposition within the... If the conspiracy is exposed, my teleslate... Aglaya... Blasted! Those guys... But how could they... Stay calm. This could just be one of her schemes.
Fainan, what should we do now?
Stay on course. I'll contact Treeby and ask her to keep the citizens calm. We'll hurry back to Akama as fast as possible and assess the situation. I won't be merciful this time.
Cartonis? You're forging a sword for fun. I haven't seen you wield the hammer in so...
You, in this form.
That's right. At this moment, my physical form is already shattered. It's time to fulfill our pact.
Of course. The pact.
The thing I entrusted to you.
Far too plain, this
I insist. Over the past 1,000 years, every piece of fabric I've worked with has been tainted by my cold. This ornament stands apart. It was a gift. from a...
How to say goodbye to
I'm afraid there's no such detailed plan at this time. The moment has come. My departure will give them one less thing to worry about.
Invented for the Titans, Kremnosis. Is that what you...
You've confirmed this with me. Repeat. Condense my divinity into...
Selfless until the end. Envy that child. There's no need to.
Your prayer, please. Take me through the last tempering that fate...
The city is silent, and tension is building with every passing second. The news is probably spread by now. I can't imagine, unless it's all a part of her plan. If this is all part of a larger plan, Treby... like... Dunham came back before us. Well, don't worry, Lord Kratos. Were you in the city when...
Regrettably, no one eyewitnesses only saw.
It's fine.
Eyewitnesses at the Memorial Palace saw...
Oh, God.
She showed no signs of... They were too afraid to jump to conclusions. She was pierced through the heart by a uniquely crafted...
I also don't understand. The ones who appeared in the grove, and those who they didn't have any reason.
I'll stay here to lead the guards and maintain order. Also, Miss Hyacinth was the one who declared it.
Thank you, Lord Kratos. The baths are empty. Hyacinth.
You're back. I'm fine. I've been staying close to Lady Treby and Lady Trinan after the... It's great that you could come back so quickly. No, I tried to treat her immediately, but even the sky's blessing, declaring her death, was the hardest thing I've ever had to do as a doctor. Lord Finan, don't push yourself.
It's fine. What I've lost is a mentor. You should rest, Hyacinth. You've been awake for a long time, haven't you? What?
Okay. See you later, everyone.
Next, we should visit Lady Treby.
Snowy. Little Gray.
Lady Treby,
Snowy, don't. Please, you went to the grove to prepare yourself for the threats to Akama. You didn't do anything wrong, so don't be hard on yourself. We were always by Aggie's side throughout this long journey. So, she knew she wouldn't see the end of the flame chase journey.
I know what Aglaya expected of me.
The scroll over there, I think, knows.
Bainan, my humble student, my trusted colleague. As I write this, you are locked in a battle of words with the Council. I deeply regret and feel guilty for haste. I considered the debate a routine affair, as the trap was likely set by the debater Calictus. He had prepared a severed golden thread in advance, revealing he claimed I was reading everyone's thoughts with the golden thread to cheat in the debate. I could have countered that low tactic in 100 ways. With deceitful scoundrels like you in the crowd, I have no choice. You can imagine the reaction that comment provoked. The divinity in this body might be eternal, but that is not the essence of me. I am a daughter of realizing that my humanity was fading. I began to plan my exit. What kind of departure would not... But I knew I couldn't simply fade away in my sleep like anyone else. The serpents have always lurked in the dark. If my departure were to be calm, then I must feign weakness deliberately to make those... The blaze soaring into the sky might sow fear. You're not perfect, Finan. I've witnessed your confusion, yet, in your way, that might be what sets our Sky Father Kefili apart from other deities. Finan, while you zealous, you are the destined world-bearer of Emporius. The gate. Go, complete the flame. I will be waiting at the end of the West Wind.
Aglaya, how could I... Donghong. Please deliver a message to Lord Crateros. Urge everyone who has concerns about the Holy City's future and the Flame Chase journey to... Thank you. It's been a harrowing day for everyone. Please make sure to rest well. Cortonis, what brings you to Memorial Palace? I plan to get everything settled.
How are you holding up? Better than I expected.
There's no room for doubt anymore.
Right. Your assessment is...
Is this it?
Dawn Maker. Before dawn, prepare for battle.
Dawn, unbelievable. You've never seen that...
Precise your description. Imbued it with the power, wield it. May triumph always be yours.
Thank you, Cortonis.
Another thing there is.
What's this?
Stored here. This was her commit.
Can she still hear us?
It's difficult to confirm. About in this way.
I understand. Let me keep it. But when the world dashed her hopes and fell into disarray, she would surely...
How will the Holy City continue without Lady Gold? Look! Lord Finan is here.
Will he step up to lead Akama?
Not long ago, I spoke at the Citizens' Assembly at Dawnclaw. I wrestled with every word, searching for the right ones to rally support. In the end, I remembered a lesson from one of my teachers. In battle, I followed his strategy. I painted my opponents as nothing more than pests till the strategy worked. I secured enough votes to achieve my goal, but afterward, there wasn't even a flicker of joy. I realized that apparent victory masked a deeper failure. In my pursuit of success, I fueled division and strayed far from my very purpose that led me to the flame chase journey. This journey was supposed to unify, not divide, to strengthen us, not weaken us. It was the gold thread that mended our rifts in the past. Some saw it as a means of surveillance, a tool of control. Now she is gone. Yes, as you have heard, the demigod Aglaya, who guarded the holy city for a millennium, has indeed fallen.
Who murdered Lady Goldweaver?
Find the murderer! Make them pay!
I felt the same as all of you initially. I wanted to stand here beside you, to condemn the sinners, to discuss retribution, and to see justice brought down upon them. But my perspective... The golden threads that once bound this city have unraveled. Yet no one is celebrating their freedom from deep down, we all know. The last safeguard against the harm we may do to each other is gone. No...
Fainan has a way with words. Oh, all right.
The flame chase journey is nearing its end. With only before I rise to the skies, I challenge you. Cast out the shadows and malice within your hearts. Let your spirit shine brighter than the sky itself. Let me bear witness. Even without the divine authority of romance, Akama will remain a sanctuary in these end times. A place for the kind people, a better people.
Better people! Better people! Better people! Better people! Better people! Better people!
I appreciate your willingness to accept the challenge. You have reminded to bear the burden of creation. I need only to give one thing. It's a gift she once gave me without hesitation, and now I share it with each. There's still a long way to go before Amphorius is reborn. But we will not forget the... Allow me this moment. I want to borrow a few minutes of your time to commemorate a demigod who protected the holy city for a millennium. She was Akama's dressmaker, the leader of the Chrysos heirs.
Singing sounds so That's our song.
Yes, Lady Trian. Your songs always
Snowy... Now...
Don't mention it.
Goodbye, Lady.
I heard what you said. Are you sick?
Not at all, Professor Anaxa.
Good thing you're the Chrysos heir of Kefal.
Who could have thought, Professor? By the way, I've completely forgotten those formulas.
Some things never change. In our next lives, I'll teach you how to truly embrace your divine duties.
Goodbye, Professor Anaxa. Miss Castros? Aren't you going to say something?
Lord Finan, you... Ever since we first met, but that's...
Danger.
Laughing and chatting with you,
I hadn't thought of it that way.
Please, no apologies.
I feel the same.
Goodbye, Finan.
Goodbye, Gasteras. Aglaya.
Remember, Finan, the Chrysos heirs are the
Rest assured, the difference between a presumptuous hero...
Well said. You've got a good memory.
It's late.
Anything else, even in your imagination. I'm not one to show my vulnerable side.
Thank you.
Maybe what I wanted is but this crumbling world. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Forget you. We aren't parting ways forever.
You know just how to make I have a feeling we'll meet again in this lifetime. Let's have another showdown then.
That's very confident of you.
See you around.
It's a date. Mighty.
What a poignant... And it's still not over yet.
Yes, Cyrene.
I was right. In the end...
A lot has changed while you were away. I'm not the same person.
But to me, you've never changed at all, Finan.
Dawn Cloud. This place holds so many. I remember you could see the Gold Weaver sign from here. All the way down the butt. My eyes aren't what they used to be 1,000 years ago.
Cyphera, you...
Seamstress. Tell me, does Akama have any treasures so rare that not even you...
Of course it has. It's truly a priceless
gem of all? Nice! Got it!
Let me guess, Cyphera. You're probably already plotting to sneak into Dawn Cloud to steal that gem, aren't you? And your next move is probably trying to sell it.
Look, seamstress. Are you sure?
You might be skilled at covering up lies. Don't lie to yourself. Do you honestly think this is the right thing to do, Cyphera?
What else am I supposed to do? That's the only thing I can do with my power. You keep talking about how I have the potential, but I don't know what I need to do to get the only things I'm good at, but I...
I know, Cyphera. You are justified in your anger, but you have to believe that I am convinced.
I just want everyone to believe would that lie become reality.
Lies will always be lies, but sometimes...
Are you really planning to just stand there forever? Honestly.
I never thought I could slip past your sharp ears, Miss Cypher. I just didn't think it'd be right to interrupt when you're up.
Still as charming with your words as ever, boy.
Thank you. I had a feeling back then that you were in the audience.
Oh, and you didn't call me out on the spot.
Well, I thought you'd... You're probably aware that Aglaya has earned the support of the entire city for the Chrysos heirs. Everyone believes that she died at the hands of council, but they didn't get everything.
I see. You're afraid?
Yes. I believe that Kefali's core... We're setting out to campaign against Aquila.
You think those desperate dogs will try to snatch the core flame while you're gone? So, you want me to give them a nice long walk? Well,
You sure saw right through me, Miss Cipher. I have only one request.
uh-huh. Hey, Deliverer. Do you honestly think that there's no way? Do you even have any plan Bs if I decide to nope out on this?
As the demigod of trickery, there are no other trump cards in the world that can outrank you. I'm sure you know the answer to your own question, Miss...
What confidence? Then let me tell you something you don't know. The Flame Reaver.
You mean...
Bet you didn't expect that, huh? That lunatic may have lost their mind.
Professor Anaxa once analyzed this.
Ha! Sacred Art's my foot! I could allow me to let you in on the actual secret. Now that she's gone.
What a dangerous situation. But since you're the one who brought it up...
Just look how but you guessed it right. Consider this a 2-for-1 deal.
You have my deepest gratitude.
Don't forget, Deliverer. There's a fundamental truth in this world. Cyphera will need to make sure you don't die before you pay me.
I'm back. I've been trying to stay away from here since the black tide destroyed the grove. But the wind keeps pulling me back. Maybe that's the Twilight Courtyard's duty, after all. I know, little Ika. But we have an even more important mission this time. You're right. At least I can still afford to get... Oh, ancestors. Please wait for just a bit longer.